Hey, it's Emma Chamberlain. I designed these new glasses for Warby Parker and I basically can't take them off. Like, I'm showering in them and sleeping in them. They're just that good. Go see them all at warbyparker.com. And you know what? Have a good day too. Okay? All right? Bye.
With Amex Platinum,
Welcome to the Centurion Lounge.
you get access to the Centurion Lounge, so the sounds of vacation start before you get there. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex.
This is Optimal Health Daily, an amazing new prescription medication by Mr. Money Mustache of MrMoneyMustache.com. And I'm Dr. Neil. Welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, where I act as your narrator of the best health and fitness blogs, all for free. I cover fitness, nutrition, stress management, weight management, and lots more. Just like an audiobook, but from a bunch of different authors. And with that, let's get right to today's post and start optimizing your life. An amazing new prescription medication by Mr. Money Mustache of MrMoneyMustache.com. At a dinner conversation tonight, the topic turned to health and fitness. The ladies in the group were discussing their various CrossFit successes, while we men congratulated ourselves on improvements caused by switching to lower carbohydrate diets and better weight training principles. The discussion broadened to the health plight of the modern human in general, and how the populations of rich countries are getting heavier and less healthy, even as the world makes progress toward lifting many of the poorest countries out of malnutrition due to poverty. We wondered why, with all the wealth and free information available out there, that most rich country residents end up doing exactly what is worst for them, eating and drinking concentrated sugar and remaining in a seated position for most of their waking hours. And we marveled at some recent conversations we had with off-duty nurses and doctors who reported that the medical industry is still focused on medicines and cures for symptoms, rather than lifestyle changes that could eliminate the underlying causes of disease much more thoroughly. As Mr. Money Mustache, you may know I have such an uncompromising stance on things that it is impractical to come to me with complaints. If you have an ache or pain or any other problem, and you're not already a ripped, active, vegetable-chomping, weightlifting, bicycle-sprinting dynamo with no major substance abuse habits, I'll tell you to start by fixing those glaring health oversights first, then see if any problems remain that need real medical attention. Since most people, including me, don't fully live up to this standard, there's always something to work on, and thus, always hope and optimism that you can fix your own ailments. But if you don't believe me, you might want to just start with a simpler prescription, like the video from a well-spoken doctor named Mike Evans. In his cute, little sketchy marker whiteboard video, he explains the power of a prescription, quote-unquote, medicine that outperforms anything else that has ever been invented. It cuts knee arthritis symptoms by 47%, reduces dementia and Alzheimer's in older patients by 50%, diabetes by 58%, anxiety, depression, fatigue in people of all ages, improves longevity and even sexiness, just about anything that ails you. If we could all get our hands on it, our lives would be transformed for the better. And yet, it is a medicine entirely in reach for most people. And it's completely appropriate for the previous anti-automobile April, because the medicine also functions as a form of transportation. It is, of course, none other than good, old-fashioned walking. But until you idolize it properly with statistics and warm thoughts like this, most people don't give much thought to the wonderful activity. I've always been a bit of a walking enthusiast. As a kid, I would go for walks far outside the town's borders, exploring the riverbanks or walking over the big bypass bridge where nobody else tended to go without their cars. In high school, walking cured the blues of turbulent teen romances, as well as getting me to and from my evening shifts at the convenience store on warm summer nights. I still go for long, solo walks almost every day as a way to empty the brain and fill up the lungs with better air. In the daytime, I walk along the neighborhood streets and creekside paths, but at night, when the golf course is closed, I'll stroll across the fancy greens and admire the wide open spaces, getting a good look at the black sky and the thousands of stars of outer space. Even though I'll ride a bike whenever I need to be somewhere in a hurry, there is something you get from walking that you can't get any other way. So, if you've still got your legs, this is the way to say thanks. Your assignment for today is to walk just a bit more than you normally would, and to think about it and appreciate it just a bit more. Isn't it amazing how easily that collection of muscles and bones gets you around, just reading your mind and taking you wherever you want to go? How marvelous that you can do it with no license, no traffic laws, and no permission from anyone else. You can go up over the curb, step carefully through the garden, and walk right up to the door. You can stop wherever you like, and even run or fly for brief periods to cross puddles or gaps between the rooftops of high-rise buildings. Ken Ilgunas recently walked from northern Alberta, Canada, through the entire United States and ended up at the Gulf of Mexico. 1,700 miles, entirely on his own feet, carrying his entire home on his back, one step at a time. If he can do that, then we can definitely crank out at least a mile or two of our own every day, right? I hope you enjoy your dosage as much as I enjoy mine. You just listened to the post titled, An Amazing New Prescription Medication by Mr. Money Mustache of MrMoneyMustache.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary.
What if you could hear your favorite song for the first time again? Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks. With an available Bose Personal Plus sound system that uses speakers in the headrest to create a 360-degree listening experience. You've never heard anything like this. Reimagine your music and your drive. Experience the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks for yourself at NissanUSA.com today.
Available feature. Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. Recently, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous 2-year contracts, they said, "What the f*** are you talking about, you insane Hollywood ass?" So to recap, we're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Dr. Neil here for my commentary. One of the founding fathers of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, was also a big believer in walking. In a letter to his nephew, he was quoted as saying, "Give about 2 hours every day to exercise, for health must not be sacrificed to learning." He also said that a strong body makes the mind strong. Now, he was also a big believer in carrying a gun while you walked, but those were different times. In that same letter, he was also quoted as saying, "There is no habit you will value so much as that of walking far without fatigue." He also goes on to say that he prefers walks in the morning or in the afternoon. Now, this definitely goes to show that for hundreds, if not thousands of years, we have known that walking is one of the best ways to promote health and improve longevity, or how long you live on this planet. And even if you get bored walking, if that's not your thing, the point is to get moving. The point is to not sit as much anymore. So if you go for a jog or a run, yes, that counts, absolutely. Or if you're moving your muscles in other ways, like yoga or Pilates or resistance training, yes, that all counts for sure. But the bottom line is, unless you have an injury, walking can be done anywhere at any time. And research is actually showing this to be true. The more you move, the longer you're probably going to live and the fewer diseases you'll likely suffer from. All right, that'll do it for today. I hope you're having a great weekend. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.